And Coulter, of course, best-selling author, a big columnist. Her latest book is In Trump We Trust, huge bestseller. In fact, she's doing a book signing a week from tonight, next Wednesday night, Women's Republican Club here in Manhattan, and she's on the line now. Ann Coulter, how you doing?
Fine, thanks. How are you, Mark Simone?
Very good. A Women's Republican Club. Can anybody go to that book signing?
I think so. It's right across from the tree. Do they still have the tree up at Rockefeller Center?
Yeah, it's on is it 51st Street and in Rockefeller Center. And you'll be signing your new book, In Trump We Trust, next Wednesday night. And
giving a little talk and taking questions.
Oh, very good. Hey, all this, I see all these Democrats on TV all the last 36 hours saying, you can't repeal Obamacare. The Republicans have no replacement. They were obviously told to use these two lines over and over again. There's no replacement. They're trying to frighten everybody.
Yeah, I mean, they've been working. They've been saying that from the beginning, and every candidate, even McCain, who isn't that bright, had an alternative to what to do to health care. This is the one thing the Washington think tanks may be good for. They've had 8 years to develop a workable plan. What you want is a little of the magic of the free market. And then, as Trump said in the very first debate, a separate system for people who either can't pay for it themselves or won a bad life lottery ticket. We have a separate system for them. We don't screw up the entire health care system. And speaking as one of the few people who is actually subjected to Obamacare, because, of course, these Democrats are and Republicans, such massive, massive hypocrites. Every time someone would, I think it was, who was that senator from Louisiana? One of my favorites. He lost his position for governor. In any event, Harvard man, fabulous Republican, and he kept introducing bills just saying Congress has to live under Obamacare. It's so great. You keep telling us, it's going to be so fantastic. You're going to love it. Everything's going to be covered. It'll be so much cheaper, more efficient. Okay, how about you guys live under it? They all screamed like stuck pigs. So no one who works for the government will live under or is living under Obamacare. And, of course, unions fully exempted, and people with employer-provided health care. Well, that leaves what percentage of Americans are both self-employed and capable of affording their own health insurance, i.e. not on their parents' health insurance. So a lot of the self-employed are the millennials still on their parents' health insurance. Other self-employed aren't making enough money, so they're basically in the Medicaid system. No, you were going after 10% of the population who are comfortable, hardworking, and work for themselves, i.e. me, Matt Drudge. I would bet you that is a group that is 98% Republican. We're the ones who are totally screwed over in order to make sure 21 million illegal aliens are fully covered. And let me tell you, it is a complete, utter, unworkable disaster. There have now been 2 years I've been forced under the Obamacare program, in conjunction with, I might add, Andrew Cuomo, governor of New York. He, of course, loved Obamacare. They set up the whole exchange program, working hand in hand with the federal government. If it's going to be running smoothly any place, it ought to be running smoothly in New York State. Yeah. First year Obamacare plan was bankrupt before the end of the year. We are now in year 2. Now we have to get a different Obamacare plan that has even fewer doctors who could possibly speak English, or you might possibly get to, Sloan Kettering if you got cancer, or any hospital you've ever heard of. This is year 2 of the next Obamacare plan. Each transition, by the way, takes 2 weeks of work to figure out which plan to get into. And guess what has happened to the second Obamacare program that self-employed people in New York went to? It is bankrupt before the end of the year. Finally, because of the Obamacare plan, again, fully approved by the federal government and the state government here. Remember the big impetus for Obamacare was that woman who died of breast cancer because she couldn't afford health insurance, so she didn't get a mammogram? Yeah. And Obama kept giving speeches saying, and she said she wanted to be buried in an Obama T-shirt, which, apparently we're all going to be under his program. So the big thing was, okay, women, you're going to get your mammograms. Now we won't have to worry about all of you dying off of breast cancer. Well, okay, when the first the first Obamacare plan was in the process of going bankrupt the first year, but there I was paying my $700 a month premiums, never using it, just paying my $700 a month premiums. I go for my one doctor appointment every year to the gynecologist, get my mammogram. The Obamacare plan didn't pay because it was going bankrupt. Well, New York State assumed those debts and eventually gave me a complaint form. Again, another week of work. So I have a letter to send to the debt collectors who have been after me for a year to pay for the mammogram.
Uh-oh. So, what?
Now my credit, it doesn't matter. I don't want to buy anything on credit, luckily, at the moment anyway, but I happened to get a BMW last week, and the guy said, oh, by the way, your credit score is terrible. It's something about some medical bills. Yeah, it's the mammogram. Obamacare ruined my credit.
Whoa. Well, I hope you went to BMW Manhattan.
Well, I mentioned particularly which car it was because I know you're always advertising BMW.
Oh, good. So we're talking to Ann Coulter. You should go to her website, anncoulter.com. You can get her book, In Trump We Trust. Now, you know that Trump has already started on the wall. Apparently, the transition team...
Not even president.
Yeah, they contacted whoever you talked to find out exactly what's on the border, what pilings are already in place.
Yep.
Are going to start real soon. In fact, they think in a couple weeks they can start construction.
Fantastic. Well, as I keep saying, as long as he does, keeps the bulk of his promises, and the main one, I think, is immigration, because that's the one he's going to get the most blowback on. I love that he keeps announcing that this corporation, that corporation has decided not to move to Mexico, saving another. And all the Democrats can say is, oh, that's only 700 jobs. Well, yeah, add them up.
Yeah.
He's not even president yet, and we're getting these announcements once a week. If that's what the Democrats' position is, then fine. Trump better rest up because he's going to have a long 8 years.
But you realize it never occurred to any Democrat or President Obama, call up Ford when you first heard about that. Go visit them or bring them to the White House. Let's sit down. Let's work something out. Never occurred to them to try that.
No, even worse than that, from my perspective, it never occurred to Republicans.
Well, that's true.
The problem with the Republican Party, they have been the houseboys to the corporations. No, please donate to us. What do you need? Oh, more illegal alien work? Sure, we'll take care of that for you. It never occurs to them that they're the ones in the driver's seat. Now suddenly it has totally flipped with Donald Trump saying, no, I'll tell you what you're going to do. With Republicans, it's, what can we do for you? What can we do for you? No, this is a wonderful thing. But as long as Trump builds his wall and deports illegals, including anchor babies, who there was never a law passed making the children of illegal citizens. There was never a court ruling finding that a baby born to illegals is a citizen. This is a total fiction, and it is overwhelming the country. As long as Trump keeps his promises on that, he really can do anything. He can shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue every once in a while, and I don't think this is true, but I get nervous that Trump thinks this is all about him, and it's him they love. These are the things you read, and that all you have to do is flatter him, and you can get him to do whatever you want.
Nah.
It is his base, and as long as he keeps his base happy, he can do anything. But if he doesn't fulfill those policies, the Democrats can kill him with a paper cut.
Oh, that's interesting. All right, well, everybody get Ann Coulter's book. Hey, a lot of people are going to start with these Trump books, but this is the Trump book, In Trump We Trust. And you're doing a book signing a week from tonight, next Wednesday night, Women's Republican Club in Manhattan on 51st Street. And get her column. It comes out tonight, right?
Yes, it does. I haven't finished it. I usually finish it on Tuesday nights, but I'm out of the habit, with 2 weeks of revelry.
Oh, that's true. Well, go to anncoulter.com. You can get a new column there. And Ann Coulter, thanks for being with us.
Good to talk to you, Mark Simone.
All right, take care.